Good morning, children. Today we will study lesson 10, The Wonderful World. It's a poem, okay? The Wonderful World. It's a poem written by the poet William Brighty Rands, okay? So I'm going to read this poem. Listen it carefully, and after the reading, I will explain it, okay? Great, wide, beautiful, wonderful world, with the wonderful water round you curled, and the wonderful grass upon your breast, world, you are beautifully dressed. The wonderful air is over me, and the wonderful wind is shaking the tree. It walks on the water and drills the mills, and talks to itself on the tops of the hills. You friendly earth, how far do you go, with the wheat fields that nod and the rivers that flow, with cities and gardens and cliffs and isles, and people upon you for thousands of miles? Ah, you are so great, and I am so small. I tremble to think of you, world at all. And yet, when I said my prayers today, a whisper inside me seemed to say, you are more than the earth, though you are such a dot. You can love and think, and the earth cannot. William Brighty Rands. So, children, this poem is written by the poet William Brighty Rands. Okay. Children, this poem, The Wonderful World. This poem describes the physical features and vastness of our earth. Okay. The poet is amazed by the beauty of the world. So, let me explain this poem. Okay. Great, wide, beautiful, wonderful world, with the wonderful water round you curled, and the wonderful grass upon your breast, world, you are beautifully dressed. Here, children, great means large or big. Okay. Curled. Curled means, here in this poem, curled means covered with. Here, breast means land. Dressed means dressed. Okay. So, children, in the first stanza, the poet says that the world is great. Okay, it is beautiful, wide, and wonderful also. Okay, it is such an amazing place to live. Okay, our earth is such an amazing place to live. Okay, and the poet says that the earth is beautifully dressed. Okay, it is covered or surrounded with water. Okay, our earth is surrounded by water. Okay, it has oceans, seas on it. Okay, and even it is covered with wonderful grass, or you can say trees or forest also. Okay, the wonderful air is over me, and the wonderful wind is shaking the tree. It walks on the water and drills the mills, and talks to itself on the tops of the hills. Here, children, in the second stanza, the poet says that the wonderful air or the wonderful wind is over me. Okay, the wonderful air is present everywhere. Okay, it is over, below, around, everywhere. Okay, and this wonderful wind is shaking the trees. Okay, this wonderful air is shaking the trees, and the leaves of the trees are moving because of the wind, and it is a very beautiful scene to see. Okay, it walks on the water and drills the mills, and talks to itself on the tops of the hills. Here, children, the poet says, because of the wind, the mills are moving. Okay, the mills are moving, and it also walks means walks on the water means it's the air flows over the water. Okay, it flowing over the water. Okay, and there is a lot of air on the top of the hills. Okay, on the top of the hills there is lots of air, and the air is enjoying and talking to itself. Okay, You friendly earth, how far do you go, with the wheat fields that nod and the rivers that flow, with cities and gardens and cliffs and isles, and the people upon you for thousands of miles. Here, children, in this third stanza, the poet asks the friendly earth. Here, the poet asks the friendly earth how long and big you are. Okay, how long and big you are. Okay, the poet can't imagine the vastness of the earth. Okay, as you know, children, earth gives us everything. It gives us place to live, food to eat, water to drink. It gives us fresh air to breathe, isn't it? Yes. So the poet asks the earth, how big are you? Okay, because he can't imagine the vastness of the earth. Okay, so the poet sees or finds cities, gardens. What he finds on the earth? He finds cities, gardens, cliffs, isles. Okay, all these things he finds on the earth. Okay, and he says that if thousands of miles I walk, means if the poet walks thousands of miles, he'll find many people living upon the earth. Okay, that means the earth is so big and vast. Okay, so that is why the poet asks the friendly earth, how far do you spread, how long and big are you? Okay, because he can't imagine the vastness, or um, he can't imagine how big the earth is. Okay, ah, you are so great and I am so small. I am trembled to think of you, world at all. And yet when I said my prayers today, a whisper inside me seemed to say, you are more than the earth, though you are such a dot. You can love and think and the earth can not. Here, children, tremble means to shake. Okay, whisper means a soft voice. Okay, and a dot means very small point. Okay, so children, in this fourth stanza, the poet, when he thinks of the world as it is very big and great, okay, so when he thinks about the earth, it makes him tremble. Okay, it makes him to shake, means he is very much surprised, he is very much fear to see the big or vastness of the earth. Okay, he shakes to see the vastness and physical features of the world. He realizes that how small a man is in comparison to the earth. Okay, the earth or the world is so huge and big, and the man or a human being is so small in front of the world. Okay, and yet when I said my prayers today, now children, but today when the poet was doing his prayer, okay, a whisper inside me seems to say, so that time only he hears a whisper of his inner self. He hears the whisper of his own inner voice. Okay, you are more than the earth, though you are such a dot. You can love and think, and the earth cannot. Okay, so what did he hear from that whisper? Okay, he feels from the whisper of the voice or inner voice, that his inner voice telling him that human beings are more important than the earth. Okay, as we have ability to love, we humans have ability to love, to reason, to think. Okay, which cannot be done by the earth. Okay, hence we humans are better than the earth. Okay, even though the earth is very huge, it is very vast. Okay, but we the humans have values, love, and the beautiful mind to admire the beauty of the world. But this earth do not have all these qualities. Okay, so that is why we can love and think, but the earth cannot. Okay, so I hope children you have understood the poem. Thank you.